right, so this is a trailer, or probably more accurately, sort of a proof of concept, I guess, for The Party's Just Begun, a nice documentary on the Night of the Demon films. You know, those are just a blast. Well, all right, the first one is amazing. The other ones aren't that bad either. But I'm curious to see which kind of direction they go with the documentary. You know, we've been kind of hit or miss lately. Cannibal Holocaust. So let's find out what they decide to do.
3, 2, 1, action.
Scary Mouse. Dead Mouse. Dead Mouse Productions. Okay, well, that's obvious.
What? Are you surprised to see me?
What I'm more surprised about is, like, we're talking about it today. You know, that's pretty special. You know, you're pretty lucky if you get involved in something like that.
Wow.
It is the quintessential Halloween movie, but it's a low-budget movie and it's cheesy. I mean, I guess that's the charm. I don't know.
The fact that this caught on like this is really a kick.
An honor, truly, to be involved in something that was done so long ago, yet still has this lifespan. It's really kind of a neat thing.
But the makeups, I think, are what people remember the most. That, and I think the nipple gag.
I like the weird things I got to do, like the lipstick in the breast, in the nipple, whatever.
Yeah.
Geez, do I really want to be known as the guy who directed a film with a girl shoving her lipstick through her nipple?
I was just like blown away by the script.
This was the very first job I did with my own company. You probably could safely say I was fired from the last film after our Predator debacle.
One night, Steve got, I don't know, pissed off about something. His girlfriend broke up with him, whatever it was, I don't know. But he sat up all night just working on that face.
To be scary and pull it off and not have it look cheesy, that took some doing.
They have all these appliances there and they're gluing them on. They says, oh, this is medical adhesive, it's safe. It's not good for your skin.
I just can't believe that out of all the movies I've done, from Spider-Man to The Abyss to Ghostbusters, people talk as much about this almost as they do about Slimer. I can't figure it out. Sorry, Kevin.
There were days I thought if I could get away with it, I might push him off a bridge or something, you know. And I'm sure I know he felt the same way about me.
I was late, they kept banging on the door. We gotta get something on film. I'm like, we're establishing the look. She looks like a clown right now. We can't film this. She looks like a clown for the whole movie.
I think the fact that everyone cared so much about doing their job to the best of their ability is why the film ends up looking as good as it does.
Again, I was very pompous back in those days. Not that I'm not still.
The producers and that said they were going to do more of them. And they said, we are going to bring you back. That never happened.
It's true.
I was so stunned when I got the offer to star in Demons 2.
Well, luckily, the producers did not hate me after my hijinks on part 1. And so they called me back.
Well, we're going to kill people with holy water. I mean, like a machine gun? Yeah. Oh, I love that.
No, Father, I don't want to hear it.
How many times do you get to shoot holy water out of a, what do you call it, Uzi super soaker?
Say your prayers.
Yeah, nasty priests. Yeah, okay.
There's not too much to ask.
Mine has a lot of comedy too, but then when it's time to be scary, it's scary. And I feel like Brian's film is kind of a romp the whole time. He never really tried to go for seriously scary. He kept it light and funny.
The guy that got arrested for jerking off on set? It wasn't me, though.
Oh, wow.
You know, every sequel, you want to up it a little.
I was thrilled to get Demons 3.
I was hoping Kevin was going to do it, you know, when I first got called for it, because I always loved Kevin. I loved the first movie.
I think we did a pretty good job pulling some of those effects off.
And I'm happy I got the opportunity to score the third one just because I like the money. It still plays, and they still send me checks.
Finally,
I would put it
some
as the
honesty.
fourth. I would say 1, 2, the remake, and 3 in that order. I'm actually responsible for the remake.
It was very weird working on the remake. I didn't feel involved in it at all.
The thing about doing a remake is you're fighting against nostalgia.
I started bombarding them with calls. I was like, look, there's nobody better to play Angela than me. You have to cast me in this. They're like, well, we already have an Angela. I'm like, this is bullshit.
When we were talking about doing part 2, sequel to the remake, we were going to use Tiffany as Angela.
My cameo involves bending over for the camera again.
I remember sitting there watching it thinking, oh my God, this is 30 years later. Makeup effects have advanced. Your effects are not as cutting edge as the effects we had.
Wouldn't you know, the one thing I get famous for is being a hideous beast, an absolute monster.
It was a lot of fun making these films, and it's very gratifying to know that people enjoy watching them.
It's got the scares, it's got some great laughs in it. It's a really good movie. I'm proud of the movie.
For a while there, it was just a big old party. And I think that's the main part of it, sense of humor. And then, you know, all those girls don't hurt either.
Yeah.
Like Father Bob, bless you. Watch that holy water. Watch the holy water.
Thank you for loving this movie and giving me this thrill these last few years.
Man, I love the Night of the Demons fans. They're the best fans of all.
Keep it alive, and thanks for paying attention to that and being drawn to it. It's awesome.
I think a lot of times it's just lightning in a bottle, and you guys all responded to it. I can give you all my theories, but the bottom line is, I don't know any more than you do why it became a big cult fan favorite that it has.
Nice. Okay, it's not just me. That was long. But that was okay. Honestly, because big soft spot in my heart for Night of the Demons. So much fun. So much cheesy wonderfulness. They did make a very good point, though, man. The makeup effects, I guess, specifically, in, you know, Night of the Demons, especially the first one, were absolutely amazing. And by the time they rolled around to the remake, it was kind of the same level, you know. I don't know if it had to do with budget or just, actually it probably didn't. I mean, honestly, what you know, sidetrack here, but we're seeing a lot of this these days. There's a maxim in life that you must live by, and that's that creativity is born under constraint, you know? So when they made the first one, I'm sure they had a very small budget, and they just did what they could, and they were very creative, and they came up with some amazing results. By the time the remake rolled around, the budget was probably 10 times what it was for the first one, which is still probably next to nothing. But they just kind of were like, oh yeah, you know, we can do it now, instead of, you know, being forced into that little box and to try to be creative and come up with something. Either way, starting back on track, this is, you know, needs supporting, needs to be done. I love Night of the Demons. I love, you know, everybody's Linnea, my girl. I'd be totally fascinated to watch this front to end, beginning to end, front to back, all of it. Just please give me this documentary. All right, well, this looks truly amazing. I did forget to mention my only concern is if they try to do kind of a documentary on all the films, it could end up being, you know, one of those like 4 or 6 hours, and that would be great. Haha. So what do you guys think? Agree, disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Plus, subscribe to the channel and like this video.